in the dirt mile. As the Lion King out there on the track right now wearing 657, the saddle towel, breaking away. It'll be easy to spot the exercise rider. I want you to go out there and wear some day glow.
Definitely can't miss it. MUFASA, I think, is another horse that they, might have had a chance to consider. Do we want to go 2 turns? Do we want to go in the sprint? He had a little bit more distance in many of his races overseas in Chile, but since coming here stateside, just 1 turn in all of his starts, 6.5 furlongs in his first effort here. Back-to-back victories now at 7 furlongs for MUFASA. This will be his first opportunity to go 2 turns in America, and he looks like he's improving right now for Nacho Correas, the son of Practical Joke.
These types of horses are scary, and I mean scary in the fact that they're still improving. I think the 2 turns is not going to be an issue. I don't think I've seen many horses run in an allowance race at Colonial and then go and win the Vosburg. I mean, it's just, they're picking his spots, trying to get into the Breeders' Cup, and that was accomplished last time out. I mean, he's got a lovely, long, lengthy stride.
Dude, he flew in that allowance race at Colonial. I don't know how fast. The track was obviously very glib that day because the variant was an 06 in the form, and that means it's as fast as can be. But he came home at that final 1/8 of a mile in 12 seconds flat. So by virtue of how he won that allowance race, the Vosburg was not a big surprise.
Right. I mean, he went off favored.
Yeah.
3-length win at Colonial, and then you're favored in the Vosburg.
But you're right. I mean, he's a 5-year-old, and we really don't know where the ceiling is.
Right.
Because those last 2 wins he was so far clear and well within himself. You're right. This is the scary kind of horse come Breeders' Cup.
And look, he's won 13 races, he's won 10 wins from 13 starts. His 2 defeats are the things I always talk about. Once going to the sidelines in December, once coming back in his U.S. debut, and then he parlays that into 2 wins. I'd watch this horse.
I think sometimes the dirt mile can be one of the more difficult races to handicap because you do have so many horses that are making that decision. Is it the sprint? Is it the classic? How often do you have a race where you have horses that are swinging back and forth between such different extremes? And so then the pace, depending on which horses from the sprint elect to stretch out, do you end up with a really hot pace in the dirt mile that year? Do you have more horses that might have been 1 1/4 types backing up in trip? Do you have a slower tempo and someone can go gate to wire? It really, because it's sort of in the middle of that choice for so many horses, can be the biggest handicapping challenge of the weekend.
Siegfried and Roy, they train lions. Nacho Correas trains the Lion King. Standing by with Andy.